What up? It's Thursday. We're back again. Back to back. Excited. Got my camera. I was tripping on how fast that thing arrived. Check it out. So what was it? Yesterday, I was using another camera and I was messing around with the settings. It was a bit dodgy, trying to see if, how I was gonna get it to function, the way I wanted to with the focus and all that stuff, and it was just kind of just tripping on me. So ordered a new camera. It arrived. It's here, and now it's set up. So we're good to go. And now I have the capability to zoom out, zoom in, get all in there and look at everything. So yeah, we're gonna be working on this tonight. I was working today, and there was some things that it was kind of, I had some downtime. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and continue working on the car, even with not going live, just kind of behind the scenes, just kind of chilling. So I went ahead and did that. And, mostly working with like the bumpers and the front and the back, doing all that. Just to kind of catch up to speed, Let's see. Oh, Leon, what's up, man? Model car 1589. What up? What up? Let's see. Right now I'm actually using 3 at the moment. Here on the screen I got the 2, and then I have that third one, the third view, which is this view right here. I don't think I'll rock all 3 at the same time, just because already on this screen, I'm down at the corner, and if I put the other screen somewhere, it's going to be too small and you won't be able to really see. So I think it's just going to be one of those things where I'm going to be just messing around, toggling back and forth from this view and then the other view, So maybe when I take breaks, when I'm working on a model, I'll do this view right here. And then, when I go back to maybe work, I'm going to see how it is working this way, like let's say I get this out of the way, start working on the model. I know my hand's going to probably get in the way of stuff, but I might have to turn a little bit at an angle, but we'll see. I mean, this is going to be the first time. I really like the way things look with this camera. Like, it looks really clean right there. And if I get it, let's see, like really close, it just focuses really good. And then from far, it's really fast. See? It's a trip, man. It's a trip. So really happy with this camera. So it's the same one that I'm using, the one at the top. Mars Garage, what's up, man? How you doing? Slowly Models, what's up, bro? Man, yeah, I was messaging. We were messaging each other today, so that's cool. Let's see. Nice to see you guys here. So let me flip back to the other view. Laying Low Hobbies, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's see. So all this is pretty much done. All the interior in there. It's been done for a minute. Very minimal, nothing too crazy. And then we got the wheels already in there. I might do a backwash on them. They're pretty clean. And the bottom, all I have to do is just put the muffler at the end. But that's gonna be like one of the last parts that I'll be putting on there to pop that in. So we really don't need this. I'm gonna set that aside. Let's see what we got to do, because I brought a bunch of stuff over here. All right, cool. So I might be needing this, the clear red finish. So I brought these just in case, but I kind of doubt I'm going to end up using them. But, they're here over on this side. And then I also have the chrome finish in the box. So let me bust that one out. Here it is. Chrome finish, and then we got the glass set. And then so as far as like, this is the rear bumper, I ended up gluing on this black piece right there in the middle all across. So that's been attached. I just gotta clean the chrome and then just clean it up down here at the bottom, a little bit of flash. And then also the front bumper, it had like some little black inserts that needed to go in there. So those are already in right there. You see, and right there on the side. Bam. All right. Cool. So pretty much got to put in the glue on the headlights for tonight. Also, I end up gluing this center piece right here. That's where the rear license plate will be attached to. I kind of regret not taking this off and painting it the actual color of the car. I wonder how odd it's going to look with it. I'm just going to leave it like this. I don't think I'm going to go backwards and try to prep it, primer it, you know, paint it, candy, like do all that stuff. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. It's all good. I mean, I could always wrap it with the mirror finish too if I wanted to, you know, make it all a solid piece. So we'll see what's up, you know, before I glue it on. If it looks like an odd piece, I'd probably end up doing that. But we also, the reason why I brought the red is because we got some clear parts. So I want to use this instead of painting the clear parts with the clear red. I want to use this mirror finish. That way you guys can see how that looks. And we'll go from there. This is the muffler right here. And I was even thinking about the tips of even adding the mirror finish to that right there. You know, I think this thing's tiny. There we go. That's what it's not getting. It's like getting all this other stuff right here. But later, that would be one of the pieces. And then these are going to be the license plates that I'll be using for this as well. So, cool. And we're going to need this to get the clear parts. We'll need the instructions just to view what items need to be removed from the clear parts tree. And then we also have the side view mirrors on there that need to go on the body as well. But those will be installed later towards the end, because once I do the bumper stuff, once I know that's all done and wrapped up, then what I really want to get into is revisiting the body and possibly adding I need to add a little bit of more chrome mirror finish, because I had to paint black on these parts right here, and I took off the original mirror finish that I had added the last time we went live just so I could paint black, and then I'm gonna end up covering a part of it, you know, so this way it's nice and uniformed. And then I might add a little more up here just so it looks like the trim, it covers the whole top, because I only got to the side and like the top, but I also need to get a little bit in, just a little bit, not too much. And then after that, it's just polishing it, you know, bust out the compounds, the Dremel and all that, and then just start doing passes over the car. I might do a side view for that instead of the top view. We'll see how that looks right there. But we're getting pretty close to finishing this car right here. Bam. And then what else? So then, since I'm not in front of my bench is across to my left side, I just have my trusty little box where I'm just pretty much putting away some of the day-to-day in tools that I use, that I've been, you know, using here. And then if I need anything else, I'm gonna have to just go grab it, you know, go to the desk and grab it and stuff like that. Another thing I wanted to add is, since we're gonna be gluing, we'll be using the micro Krystal Klear right there. We're gonna be using this glue for the glass, and we have I wanted to show you guys this little stash now, and I want to give credit to Clay Kemp, which I finally met in person at the Acme show. Look at this little box. It is all your fault, Clay. Look at all these bottle caps. So speaking with him about glue, I just put up a video earlier. You know, I asked him the question about glue and stuff, and then one thing, you know, later on, he had mentioned to me that he likes to keep the caps from water bottles. And the reason why he likes to keep these is he likes to pour his glue in here, whether it's a CA glue or whatever type of glue it is, right? Pour it in here. It keeps it nice and leveled in the cup. You know, it's not going to overflow. And then from there, just tosses it out. You know, when he doesn't need it, it's a done deal, gone. What I used to do is I would just cut tape it onto my table, a little drop of glue, and then get you know, a little toothpick, and then I start picking at it and start gluing my part. But then what would end up happening a lot of the times is I would pretty much just end up you know, forgetting that that piece of tape had glue. So I'd be moving stuff around. You know, you make a mess as you get into it, and next thing you know, I'm like getting glue on the side of my hand or just in different like areas of my hand, and I'm like, oh man, this sucks. You know, like why am I doing that? So that's one of the reasons. When he mentioned that, I was like, dude, all right, like you're a high level builder and everything, and we drink a lot of water around the house and everything. I'm always buying water bottles, you know, and stuff like that. And lately, I just been like, every time my lady or my daughter finishes the water, I unscrew the cap and I'm like, all right, give me these. Don't throw them away yet, or you know, don't put them over there yet. So I've been snagging them, and this is like maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days worth of little bottle caps. Just any kind of water bottle. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it's gonna come in handy. You know, pour some glue. So I'm gonna use it in a bit for the white glue. Put a little bit in there, and then get a toothpick and bam, kind of go from there. So let's see. Let me see if I can scoot this camera down just a little bit because I feel like it's too up. Let me see. All right, here. Damn, navigating it right here. That's fun. All right, maybe a little bit. Maybe I need to zoom out actually. Let me see how that is. Yeah, maybe I do need to zoom out because I want to be able to get, I think right there. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Let's see. Yeah, I think this should be good to work with right here that you guys are able to see. Because sometimes I review my videos, and the one thing that later bothers me is, let's just say, for example, that I have this piece and I had to, I don't know, paint it or touch it up a little bit, right? And here's the thing, like I'm sitting back here, so I tend to pull the part towards me, as you can see up here, but then it's not down here, you know, and I'm over here like staring at it, working on it. But then it feels weird if I lean forward to be like this, right? I'm like too forward. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to prevent is like, I'm trying to scoot over and trying to see where like this feels a bit more natural, where it's really close to my eye and I could just start, you know, working it or whatever. And you guys can also view that right there. And let's see here. And I wish I had like some kind of control pedal with my feet that I could just like press down and it could just be like zooming in and out. That'd be pretty cool right there. Let me see. Let me jump in the chat before I continue on. Let me see. Where did you find those school wheels? Which ones, bro? And then that's a good idea. I use aluminum foil wrap over an old paint tray. Oh, nice. Then the ones from his kit, but they think they come. Oh, you're talking about these wheels right here. These came with the kit. Like everything that's in this that I've used, it's all from the kit. The only thing is that I'm adding is just the mirror finish. That'd probably be the only aftermarket product I'm kind of adding on there. OmniWorks, what's up, man? Dang, it's been a minute, bro. I haven't seen you on here. But what's up, dude? Thank you for joining. Hell yeah. All right, so let's see here. Let's see where we're at with the instructions. The Nissan Laurel, the C230. All right, let's see what's up. So this is the first part right here, all the parts. Down to the chassis and the wheel setup right there. We already did all that. And then, see, this is the part I need to do, but I'm going to do that at the very end of all this. We already did that. We did the interior. That's done with. Let's see. So I guess now we're at this part right here. So let's go ahead and just glue the the headlights on there. Let me see here. Let's get this. Let's bust this thing out right here. And then, you know what? I put my coffee aside. I better grab it and set it over here, because then what's going to end up happening, I'm going to end up forgetting not to drink it. Let me see. OmniWork, yeah, man. Keep missing out on the lives lately. No, it's all good. Yeah, whenever, man. Whenever you can come through. It's always good. It's always good to have you here. Let's see. All right. So, let's see here. This one says... So it's pretty much the same thing. They're both G3. Right there, the G3. Boom. G3. So it's going to be these right here. Let me do this. Get a couple tools right here. My two go-tos. Let me get these out. Man, I'm still tripping out, bro. It's going to be Friday tomorrow already. Here, let's just cut them all out. Let's get them all out of here. Oh, yeah, keep forgetting. Let me lean forward. All right, cool. Yeah, the other night I was on eBay looking up vintage kits because, you know, now that I have a couple, I've been getting the itch. And then I've been seeing some of my friends posting, even like Crow Customs Lee. He had done a video on YouTube where he posted his, it was a vintage kit he got. And it's just so cool to see that, like seeing those kits, you know, that I'm like, bro, like it's crazy. Like I really want to get more, but yeah, they're expensive though. They definitely are a premium. I mean, those kits have been around for so long, right? Like the first molds being printed right there. And man, it's just cool to see all that stuff right there. Bam. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more vintage stuff, some collector pieces, whether it's model cars or magazines, like just things from the past, because I really want to do some research and then collectively just like bring that in the fold and talk to you guys about it. Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm missing, bro, is the pan dulce. That's what I don't have right here. Maybe tomorrow I'll pick some up, you know? Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet right there. Yeah, the spots around here, they're not too far. I mean, to get pan dulce, it's already kind of late. I wish I would have, you know, get that in the morning and just have some extra for the evening. That'd be pretty cool. So with my hobby knife, I'm just kind of cleaning off a little bit off the edge. Not too much. Just a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure this thing does not fly away. All right, cool. We got two. And then here, we're going to go with the third. Yeah, this thing is small. All right, cool. Yeah, but right now I'm really happy with the setup as far as going live. I think I have it in a way where I could just turn it on, hit record, and I'm pretty much set to go. I set up another table right next to the desk with nothing on it. I just put stuff based off of what I'm gonna do, you know. Like if I'm gonna do a video, not live, but just a video about a subject, whether it's a kid or whatever, you know, whatever the subject may be that I decided to do a video on, that's what I'll have right there set aside. So this way I can start, you know, creating that video and making that right there. Let's see here. Let me drop one in. Let's do a pre. And then the piece that I could, I'm going to put that more towards the bottom there. I just want to see, let's see a mock-up, quick little mock-up right there. So we ended up putting it over on this side right here. Right there. All right, it's just a little mock-up. I really like the way it looks. Yeah, it looks kind of real right there. Bam. All right, cool. So let's set that down. see. Mars Garage. Thank God for Friday. Yup. Anywhere, haha. Same here. Bought a few hard to find ones in the past couple months. Oh, that's dope, man. That's cool. Do you pick them up also on eBay or have you gone to anything local? I remember my friend Juan. He would sometimes surprise us. He'd find stuff at estate sales. Like he would just know that those were going down, and he would just like be like, "Oh, I ended up picking this up, at an estate sale." We were like, "What?" Like, damn, you came up. Let's see here. Yeah, I think sometimes when I want to buy something like that's like vintage and they have a set price, I hate when it's like an eBay thing and there's only like that one listing or two, and you're trying to do research, you're trying to see if that's a fair price for the condition that it's in. And I was telling Slowly Models that there's a magazine I want to get, and they're asking I think $30 for the magazine, but it has a lot of water damage on it, and I want to buy it because I want to showcase it on one of the when we do the magazine previews. But I also but then the collector side of me is like, man, I want this thing to be somewhat not mint, but in a good condition, So that's why I'm like, oh, dude, like, what am I gonna do, bro? Like, am I gonna get it or not? So then I offered the dude $20, and now he was like, he's probably like, hell no, $20, hell no. So I found some good condition ones, and those are like $40, and then there's one that's like mint, that's like 60. So now I'm kind of like, man, I think I'm gonna have to probably get one of those, either the $40 one or the $60 one, because of the condition. It's more the condition. I go, man, if these came out in like 1962, 63, and they have them in this mint condition, then it's gonna be worth it to have a collector's piece like that. That even if I'm like, or someone might be like, how much you pay for that magazine, and I'll be like, oh, like, I don't know, $40, $60 plus shipping and tax. So that's gonna go up a little bit higher. Some people might be like, damn, that's a lot, and others might be like, no, that's what it is. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll let you guys know what I end up deciding to do. I don't know if because if I get it, like, for, let's just say he would be like, all right, cool, $20, then I'd be fine with it. But then I know later, like I said, the collector side of me would be like, why'd I waste my money? I should have just like spared $40 more, spent $60 and gotten the mint one, because now I'm gonna end up with two magazines and stuff, and you end up spending more money, and there's just so much stuff out there, right, that we want to get. And yeah, there's a grip of stuff, man, that now I'm piquing my interest into some of that vintage stuff that I'm like, dude, what the hell? I was sleeping before. I was not paying attention to none of this, and now I am. But it is what it is, man. I mean, all this stuff's going to be around for a pretty long time, for a minute, All right, so I'm putting on the second one. Have glue on this side, and then no glue on the other side. So these pretty much, I'm going to leave them overnight. Not going to touch them, I don't need, there's no rush for me to glue them. I mean, glue them to the car. Obviously, I'm gluing them right now, but not to the car. Let's see. Let me go on the chat real quick with you guys right here. And then I'm going to play around with the side angle. Maybe I could do that. Let's see. OmniWorks. Yeah, on eBay for the most part. Some on Facebook Market. Would like to see about estate sales shows in the future. What's up, Scott? How you doing, dude? And then Scott says, I just scored from an estate sale a collection of Rod and Custom and Hop Up from the 60s. Damn, you got those magazines. That's awesome, dude. That's what's up. And then Mars, So I listed our Sunday's recap video, and you called me Mauricio. Oh yeah, I was like, I remember walking behind you, and I don't know what it is, and it's just like a lot of these things are like like in my mind, right? And I'm like, all right, here we go, Mars Garage, and then I said something like I was just walking, I'm like Mauricio, and I remember rewatching it, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think it's that, right? My bad, bro. Good thing you're telling me it's Marcelo. Okay, there we go. And then it's cool, no worries. I get that a lot. That's why I go by Mars. Oh, no way. It's easy to remember, LOL. Dang. No, Mars Garage sounds pretty hard though. That's pretty dope right there. Hey, when you took off from the show, how long did it take you to get back home? Like, did you hit any traffic, or were you like pretty cool headed back home? All right, cool. Let's move on to the next piece of the headlight. Oh yeah, let me see if I can move the side angle. Let me just get some of this stuff. Let's see how this would look right here. All right, this probably looks a little better actually. All right, cool. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of glue right here. Bam. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. And and this stuff, it takes a while for it to dry, so you don't gotta rush. It's not like some of the CA glue where you're kind of rushed, or the Tamiya where you're like, all right, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Now I gotta put this or that. It's like super chill. You know what though? I'm pulling it up. You guys can't see what I'm doing. That's the only downside for the side view. Maybe the side view would be more like showcase view. Like once it's put together. Let's see. Let's drop this one in here. Yeah, so this Saturday I'll be going to well, my lady was like, hey, let's hit up some stores, and maybe you and you guys can go to Hobby Lobby, like me and my daughter. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So now I'm like, dang, you know why I want to go there now, because I want to see if they have any of those cartoon cars. I want to see what they have, because there's one over here in my area, but I haven't been to it in a while. It feels like a long time. I haven't been down there, so we'll see. Let me see. Yeah, my homie Dennis hit me up and was like, yo, I found some more. He's like, I was headed home. I did the rounds. I'm like, dang, do it up, do it up. So he found his stuff right there. Okay. So let me see if I could get a close up real quick right here for you guys. And the side. Right there. We got the headlights installed. Oh yeah, man, I love the way this looks right now. What I like too is it's see-through as well. That's why I give this thing a mustache right there, because it's gonna be dark, right, like that, right? And then I might also do like a backwash. Man, it already looks dark around the headlights. So I might do another little backwash right there later. So this is done. This will be set aside. I don't want to mess with that right there. Let's see, Mars, no traffic. I made it home in an hour. Oh, that's really good, man. Not bad. And then OmniWorks. Oh man, out here it's not 40% off on kits yet. Next week it is. Check out the app site to see if they're on discount on your side of town. Yeah, how do you know? Because I picked up some of those cartoon cars in Oxnard, and it didn't say. I mean, there was nothing on sale, like car related stuff, and it didn't say at all. And I was just wondering, like, I wonder where it would say, if things like that. I wasn't planning on buying any kits. I just wanted to get those cartoon cars. Because the thing is with Hobby Lobby, a lot of the kits that they sell, I can get them directly from my distributor. So that's kind of the reason why I don't buy them. But sometimes the distributor is out of stock. And if I really, really want that kit for like personal, then I consider buying it for personal, like, to build. Or if like one of my friends is like, can you get it for me? I want to build it. You don't have it, and they don't sell it here. kind of vibe. All right, so this is the next part. Let's see. We're gonna let me go back to see what reference this is here on the color. So because we see a lot of numbers, right? So right here it says H90. Right here, H90. Let's take a look what H90 means over here on this side. So here we have H and there's 90. It's clear red. Cool. So that's why we got this piece right here. So the clear red's gonna basically be the center area of these two lights, the two rear lights. And then the edge is H92. H92 is clear orange. Oh, what? We got a winner. So we are going to end up using it then. We got it right here. So we got both of these, the clear red, clear orange. So, trying to see what would be the easiest as far as application. Let me see here. Oh, there are these ones right here. Let me see which one's which because they look. All right, let's start with the G7, the right side. All right, so that's this right here. Yeah, I think right now, as far as kits, if I was going to buy one for personal, or even let's just say I was at Hobby Lobby on Saturday, like I said, and I'm there with my daughter and I'm looking at the models and I'm like, oh, dope. If I see a Barracuda, I'd buy one of those. That right now is like what's on my mind as far as like kits that I want to get. I'd most likely get a Barracuda or just some kind of Mopar kind of car, I'd buy something like that. But all the other ones, I think I'd pass just because I probably already have them, or I know I can get them later, and I'm not in a rush to get into that stuff. All right, cool. So now let's do the top right here. We got these two little. There's like a couple tiny little pegs that are right here that I need to grab. Let's see how close it gets. That's as close as it goes. Man, it sucks. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we got those off. The here, let me see what's going on with this thing because I've been playing around with. Let me see let me mess with the. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there we go. I was like, what's going on? Trying to play with the lighting right here, like the warmthness of it. All right, look at this. I look orange now. Wow. All right. Yeah, I think this is fine right here. Cool. It looks like I have too much glare, like on my hands. Like you can't even see really the part, And the lighting, it's a high above, but in different directions. So I don't know if that has anything to do. That's something I need to mess with later when I'm not going live, just to get some better lighting. Because every time I go live, it's almost like an experimentation as far as like my setup with the cameras and stuff. And it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, cool. Like I think I like this. I think this is a good setting. I really like the way this looks. All right, so let me see here. It looks like for the red, I'm gonna have to cut a strip, and that looks like what's gonna be a little bit more. It might be a little complicated, maybe. We'll see. And then obviously we're gonna need orange, but the orange, that one seems easier. Like it's just gonna be a tiny little piece that we're gonna need off of that right there. And then we no longer need the white glue at the moment. I'm gonna set it aside over here. Get out of the way. All right, cool. And see Kevin Smith, what's up, man? What up? And then quick question, guys. This is coming from Mars. What would be a cool rusted lowrider? And then Mars, I'm feeling like rusting a lowrider. Yeah, I mean, let's say if you were gonna rust, If you have an Impala, probably like a 64 Impala would be pretty dope if you could get your hands on one of those, or even like a 58 would be pretty dope, you know, on one of those. Or what about that Bel Air you got, that 62? That one would be pretty sick too. You could do something like that on that one. Oh yeah, you could peel the little things. All right, so I'm gonna need this and my ruler. So this is the red, but see, why does it look orange? It's really bright. Oh, there we go. Kind of looks red. It's a really bright color. Oh, hold on, I can't even get this thing. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Let's take a look here. Let's see if we could kind of measure. Just to eyeball it real quick. Okay. I'm gonna eyeball it. See what side. Yeah, this looks crooked. Might have to score it. Like toss a little piece out, because it does not look straight whatsoever. It looks kind of crooked there. Let's see. All right, so this is the trash. Now let me do the real one. I think like right there. Let me look at the bit. Yeah, I was talking to my homie Chris, who's out in the UK, and he was telling me that he's gearing up for this weekend. They have like this big IPMS model show going down out there, and he posted on Instagram all the models he's taking and everything. And I was like, damn, that's dope. And I was like, dude, I hope you're able to have time to record some footage or just something that you could share with us. I think that'd be pretty sick. And he said he would. He said he's gonna try. And I'm like, yeah, dude, try, please. And I was like, yeah, man, it would be dope if I was able to go out there, hang out with you. Let's see, moment of truth. We're gonna find out right now. See if it fits. If it's somewhat the size. Here, let me see. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, I think this should be okay. We just need a small little piece of it. Okay. All right, let me flip it around back. So we got our little piece. That's about all I need. I don't really need that much. Here, we'll leave a little extra there. Ah. I should hold it. I'm not even holding it. Because it's so small. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't need to be like perfect. Right there. As long as it comes off, we're good. Let me see. Take this off the backing. Alright, cool. We have the transparent piece right here. Hold it with the tweezers. Now let's stick this thing on, and then I'm gonna have to kind of play with it, because it is a little sticky. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if I even did the right size. Because It looks close. Yeah, it looks close. It's not like exact, but it's really, really close on the thickness. Here, let me see the bottom. I wonder if this bottom part is even bigger. Oh yeah, the bottom is bigger. Here, let me take this off before I stick it on. We'll attach it to something else. And let me cut a bottom piece from this bottom, just to see if maybe we could work with this better. Since it looks like it's a bit wider than the first one. Second attempt. All right, let's see. All right, let's take off. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever played with this stuff. This stuff's great as well. The Hasegawa clear red finish. Here, let me do this better. This is just like another alternative in case if you do not want to paint anything. And it's really rich, like, bam, there you go. And it just sticks like really nice, and you can smooth it out. All right, so this is in right here. And then I got to do the same to the other piece. But before I do that, I want to complete this piece. So now we have our red already. Let me see. You guys can see that right there. We got the red. Boom. Okay. Now we need the orange. All right. Let's see. Let me check the comments. Let's see. Kevin, get my email from yesterday. Yeah, I got it, man. Yeah, those cars are dope. I really like that van with like the airbrush patterns there. That looks pretty dope. Later on, Mars. Have a good night, man. Let's see. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm waking up ready for work. You guys have a good Friday and a good weekend. Thank you, man. You too. Scott, I use green Ho-Ho film to tint the window on my Pontiac. Wonder if it would work for model glass. And then OmniWorks, want to try those and the chrome as well. All right, on. Yeah, man. It works really good, dude. These finishes. You know, I started off with just the chrome, and then I used to see these, and I wouldn't, I wasn't picking them up or anything. And then later I was like, you know what, I better start getting these because they are pretty cool, Let's see. Let's put it up right here on the chrome, just so you could kind of see. There we go. Look at that. So yeah, once I put the orange, it's gonna be cool, right there. Do I have to drill? Oh yeah, I was like, where's the little holes? And they're right there. I'm just trying to see because there's a curve on this piece that tells me like, okay, this is all right, here it is. So I have to put the orange on this side. So I only need a small little piece. The strip doesn't have to be as wide as the other one. So let's do it like probably right here. Be good to be a little bit over just to be on the safe side. And then I could wrap that for the edges right there. Boom. All right. So this is the orange, clear orange. Let's cut a strip of this. All right. We got it. And we only need a small amount. Yeah, even that was kind of big, but it's okay. We could always cut off all the excess that we don't need, Oh, here we go. I'm like, why am I doing it when I could just use scissors to cut the square that I want? There we go. I'm all making it hard for myself. And then always want to try the Window tint, the real. Oh yeah, they have the blues. I mean, this is you can use this for window tint. This is more of a clear or a light. It's a clear light blue finish, and they also have a like a darker blue. But that lighter one, that looks more for like the old school cars. Yeah. It's almost like a Coke bottle blue. All right, cool. So now we're gonna set this right here on the edge. See the orange now? We're coming in. Boom. All right. Now I just gotta fix it, kind of adjust it. So that's the cool thing. Once it sticks, you could always take it off and keep adjusting it. You don't have to be like, oh, that's it. You know, nah. Right, I'm starting to just bend it, making sure it sticks. We have some excess right here that remain, but I should be able to cut it out with my these little scissors that come in so handy. I think I bought these at Burbank House of Hobbies a long time ago, and I think these were packaged by the company Squadron. Yeah, I bought these a long time ago there from them. Okay, so I trimmed it a little. Now let me just bend everything. I think this should be good. There we go. This side's already set. Look at that. No paint. Just the wrap right there. Oh, dang. You see how my camera moved? I pretty much enabled it. Since I opened the palm of my hand, it's like I turned on the auto. Let me see if I could turn it off. That's funny. It just like it zoomed in on its own. All right, here we go. Here, let me go. Let me do the side view better. I wonder if it'll do the same. Here, let me get my tweezers better so I can show you guys a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to open up my palm because if I do, it's going to there you have it. All right, so that side's done. Let's see. Let's see how this looks now. Let's see if I could attach. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, that's dope. This is how it looks attached. Look at that. Right there. I'm digging this right here. And that's just the mirror finish. Cool. All right, so that side's done. Now we got to do the other one, the other side. Since the pieces are already cut, you know, it's just about I already have my two strips already ready to go. Got to get this one out of the tree and we're good to go right here. So let's take a look. What else is in here? There's also these two aside, and then right here these other lights, and then man, this looks crazy. The top, it looks kind of crazy. There's all these lines in the clear glass. I wonder how much that's gonna affect, you know, once I put everything in there. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this stuff out right here. Let's go around the circle. Get the bottom here. Yeah, tomorrow I'm expecting some Aoshima kits, and then in a couple weeks or in a week and a half, I should be getting another shipment, and some new kits from Aoshima are going to be in there, and other stuff too. So I'm pretty excited about that to get that stuff in. The 132 scale cars, I just got those in. I had done a video on those. Yeah, those look like a lot of fun, man. It's crazy. They're just cranking them out in that scale. Yeah, I need to actually build an Aoshima one. I've built 132 in other brands, but not the Aoshima brand right there. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Luis. Go ahead and clean this up right here. All I'm doing is just cleaning up the flash right there off of this. Okay, cool. Let me switch it up right here. All right. Let's peel this forward. And then once we peel it, let me get a better grip. Let's peel the back. Let's see, here we go. Now it's transparent, and we got rid of this. So now we gotta eyeball it. Get the clear part at an angle where you can see the square in the center. Try your best to line it up and just let it go and let it drop. All right, there we go. All right, cool. So that side's done. Make sure there's no air bubbles. There we go. This side's done already in the center. Now we got to do the edge, which will be the left side right here. So the middle's already done. Boom. Now let's do this side. Little piece right there. Get the handy dandy scissors. Cool. Let's do the same. Let's peel the back. Man, I hear someone talking out there. Cool. Okay. So now we have the clear orange. Then we have our part. And let's line it up right next to the orange right here. We're gonna, let me see. Let me just zoom in. Let me see how zoomed in I can get. Let's go max right here. Why not? Perfect. I apologize that it's not a crystal clear or anything like that, but this is just gonna have to do for now, for the demo, the purpose of the demo. Okay. Let me see. Let me get it. All right. Nothing happened. It just fell out of my hand. It happens. All right, cool. So the sheets attached, you know, there's obviously excess. So let's rub down the center part. Let's start kind of doing the edges. See, it's starting to take its shape. And then all we're left with is the excess amount on the edge. So we want to cut some of it, not all of it complete, just like a part of it. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to bend it. You're going to see me bending it right here. Bend it in. It's really forgiving. You could do something bad and tell it I'm sorry, and it'll forgive you. Right there, look at that. It's set. It's done. So let's go ahead and get our other little piece. Yeah, and we have this stuff on our site. If I don't have it, I'll get it later. You know, this is always a a must have thing that I carry on the site just because I use it. Like, and that's kind of what I try to aim at is like, if it's products that I use and I like and I know like, yo, these are dope and they're going to help you, then that's why I carry them. The same with like the tools. But if I discover like, oh man, you know what? This stuff's not working good, or I had a lot of trouble with it, or maybe even a tool. If there's a tool that comes out defective or something, I'll be like, nah, I'm not carrying that. Hell nah. All right, so let's put that in there. There you go. So right now, I just kind of popped it in. It has like some little pegs that go in there. And I could just glue this, and that's it. It's done. A done deal right here. Let me see. I'll grab a little bit of the white glue. The white glue is pretty forgiving. Let me see if it's still active. Oh yeah, it's still active. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll just put it from the back part. I might need a little bit of more new goop. I just wanted to touch a little on here. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna chrome the middle part too with mirror finish, because I guess that was supposed to be a section you had to paint and I didn't do it, and it's just because I just did not bother to look at the instructions. You know, I just started building it. Done. I shouldn't have done that, man. I should have looked at the instructions. And I'm not in the mood right now to be like, oh, let me paint it right now. You know, that just seems like a lot of work right now. Like, it'd be kind of cool right there. And I'm talking about this part, this black part. I feel like that should have been the color of the car too, but I don't know. Here, let me get the body, and let me close this before air gets in this thing. Let me see. All right, let me put this away too. I don't want to have a mishap. But the white glue, I like it. I like it, man. It's very forgiving. Something happens, you could always, take it off and everything, and everything's good. Okay, so let's see. We're just gonna do a pre little mock-up here. Look at this. Can't even do it. My hands are all over the place. All right, there we go. Yeah, so maybe not bad, but I didn't pop it in all the way. It's just barely in there. Here, let me do the side view. Right there. See, I almost feel like the black should have been the blue color. But I'm really digging this Hasegawa, like, look at that. But we'll see. I'll think about it. Maybe I need to go to sleep later, think about it, and I'll wake up at 4 a.m. and I'll be like, oh, I know what I need to do. Then I'll take it off and I'll do it. But this is done. Set that aside. Let's see how the front headlights are gonna be now that we got those glued in. Here, I gotta angle it because it's not glued or nothing. Let me see. Probably gonna fall again. There we go. There we go. Sheesh. And then there's still another insert piece. Watch, let me grab it. It'll be in the box. Yeah, this one does have. Oh wait, here. Let's do this. feel like I'm cheating you guys. I'm not showing you the full mock-up. Let's see. The front. Yeah, this is the front. Oh, okay. I might need to add something to the front. I might have to use some more of that orange perhaps. But look. I didn't add the bumper. So I have the grill and look at the bumper. I'm going to let it go. If it falls, it falls. But there's also a couple little inserts that go in here that I'm going to mess with right now. So maybe I should leave that black then in the back because that's like part of the car, you know? So let's remove that. Oh, now you don't want to fall. Look at that. There we go. Crazy. All right, now the back. See, I didn't put the rear bumper. Let's go ahead and do that now. The rear bumper first, so you guys can get an idea of what's kind of happening right here. Is it right? Okay, cool. I was like, man, am I not doing it right? Yeah, it's right. Because the rear bumper also has like a little black insert in there. So now I'm thinking, oh, I do need to leave it on there. I should just put this on a turntable. Probably be better. Yep. But yeah. So that makes sense. All right. So I think we're going to need this. I'm going to leave this out. And then. There we go. Let's get this off. So let's set some stuff to the sidelines. We're going to get them benched. Oh, bust out the instructions again. All right, let's go back to the front. Here we go. Oh, right here. G2. We got to look at what's G2. So G2 is obviously the clear part. But do we need to paint it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it just goes like that, clear. The one we do need is G4. What's G4? That's probably going to be an orange. H92. Oh man, yep. Damn, that part is small. I don't know. I'm gonna probably have to paint that. I don't think clear orange. I don't think I'll be able to achieve wrapping that, or maybe. But man, that seemed like a hassle. Like I'd probably have to wrap it right here since it's on the tree, and then cut it out. I'd probably have to do that. But anyway, let's toss these little pieces on that front bumper right there. Let's do one at a time. Yeah, I might actually you know, in the past I was doing the videos with this cutting mat flipped where it wasn't black. It was more that like tan, like a light color. And I think right now, since I'm rocking the dark black color, I think it's throwing off the cameras, that it's causing it to the lighting to change the lighting, like makes it look a little bit more saturated or whatever. It just looks weird. And I feel like if the bottom is soft, it's almost like it's not overpowering the lighting on there. All right, cool. So let's see. All right, so this one's gonna go like this. So let's put that down, and let's go ahead and get the bumper. Let's get some white glue. We're gonna need more white glue right there. I might need to use another stick because this one's already all jacked up. And let me close this too, because then air gets in here and it gets all jacked up. Starts to dry everything. Have you guys been watching any of the footage from SEMA by any chance? Yeah, I only see clips of it on Instagram from some of the pages that I follow, and then some people that I know that are out there. They're kind of just hanging out, showing content. There we go. Man, this thing fits so good, like a glove. Okay. Next piece. Yeah, one clip that stood out. One of my friends sent me. It was like they unveiled this like bug, and it had a big ass engine in the back. I was like, no. Yeah, there's always like some like groundbreaking like stuff, right? At those shows, where they're like, we worked hard, we did this. No one's ever done this. We're the only ones. And it gets really competitive. All right, cool. Dope. All right. So we got the front clear parts already glued, installed right there. That's already on there. It's pretty set. Let me turn this camera a little bit. Yeah, there, right there. There we go. So we got that pretty set. Yeah, these are all the parts we did already. The front grille. The lights. Another part. So far it's been somewhat productive, right? Like I feel like the goal of what we wanted to do has been reached so far. And we're gonna see what else we get into in a little bit right now. Let me see here. Get my hobby knife. I'm using my my hobby knife to cut off the little piece from the glass, because if I use the nipper, I'm gonna end up breaking the glass pretty much because of the tension or whatever. But normally I'd use a little saw, but I don't know. I guess I'm just being a little lazy, and I'm not going and grabbing it. All right, let's see. There we go. Comes right off. Cool. Then I get the hobby knife, clean it up a little bit. There we go. do the same for this back part. That's what happens when you don't get up to go get the saw. There we go. It's working. Oh, damn, that thing flew. What the heck? All right, let's clean it up now. Crazy. There. And then I probably won't need to, but I can always grab a marker, like a black marker, and just like paint the edges black. There we go. All right, so let me put these back in the box. That way I don't end up losing them. And then the glass, I'm gonna just put that back in the little bag I have. So I don't have that right here. Zoom out real quick. And I need to clean up my desk before I proceed forward. Bumpers, grill, the rear. Just make sure that's all good. And this is the glass that was extra that we do not need at the moment. Let me put some of this stuff away, right? Just for now, and then I'll bust it out in a bit. Yeah, because if I don't clean this up, then it gets really messy, and then there's just like stuff everywhere whenever I'm trying to work, and it gets really, really hard. All right, so the red, I don't think we're gonna need any more red, so we're gonna put this back in its package right here. And we also had a little strip that we will use in the future for a future project. Toss that little bad boy in there too. I think that the next thing I'm gonna rock is gonna be the mirror finish right now to finish touching up some areas. The same with the orange. All right, so these two are gonna go to their homes. So we need this. We don't need this no more. All right, cool. Set this aside. This is all the trash. I'll just put this here for now. Yes, because normally this bench, I mean, I'm not, if I'm working on something, I'm working on my other table, you know. But since we're here, you know, we're doing everything here. All the majority of the tools are going to be over there. All right, cool. So I need to add another piece of chrome trim right here in the front, and then I said I was going to add more in the middle part right there too. I think sounds funny. All right. All right, so far we've been, what, an hour in? Cool. All right, let me get some more coffee. All right, cool. So that's done deal right there. Man, no more coffee. But, yeah, for me, coffee doesn't really, like, make me stay up or nothing. Sometimes it's the opposite. It actually makes me go to sleep. It gets me tired. Depends. Some people are like, no, I don't drink coffee because it keeps me up. And I'm like, dang, not me. All right, so let's do this. Let's just do the front pillars already. Let's get these bad boys out of the way. Let's eyeball it right quick. Change the view here. Let's get the side view. Yeah, dude, I get all. Well, it's cold in here right now, so I think that's probably what's keeping me up. But if I had a like a little, the heater on, a little heater or something, dude, I'd be like so sleepy. I'd be like, hell nah, bro. You guys would probably see me just knocking out my hair. Boom. I remember calling my friend one time on the phone and we're talking. He called me actually. He's like, hey, what's up? He was driving home. And I was like topping it up with him. And he got home pretty early, from his commute. And then we're talking and then we're talking. And then within, I don't know, 10 minutes, like he got really quiet. And then that fool starts snoring. He fell asleep. I'm like, what a fool, dog. You hit me up. you're all, I could just hear you snoring. So, yeah, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna let this dude go, And then I hung up. And I guess he woke up and he was like, oh, dude, my bad. So he calls me again. And the same thing happens. And I'm like, damn, bro, I guess the conversation's boring or something. Because you're just falling asleep. And he's like, nah, dude, I just been like tired or whatever. So I'm like, damn, it's crazy. All right, so this one, we're going to add it in here. Pretty much right here. Like in the top, kind of the top part. Let me see. Get the scissors. And then the other part, we're going to use it on the other side. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm really happy with my camera, man. I mean, already had it, the top one. That's cool, but I'm really digging the side one right here. And I'm going to keep moving stuff around. I mean, you guys are going to see the videos changing and things like that. I'm just going to try to keep going at this until I really find some good angles. I really like watching people's YouTube videos when they're airbrushing and just building. And they're really trying to do it really professional or just different, And I really dig seeing all that stuff right there, too. Because I'm always like, man, like trying to wonder how they do that, There, I don't know how close I can get. Maybe right here. Here, let's see. Let me get my tweezers. All right. Let me peel the back part and pull this. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like I need to get some of the angles better, and just be prepared for certain things, so this way things come out smoother. I might actually have to put tape in certain areas. Maybe I'll make like a little square with tape, just as a guide, so it tells me like if I want to display things on this camera, place it here, like in the little pocket. So that way I'm like, all right, cool, like. That way I'm able to share these things with you guys right there easy and not constantly be moving the stuff, All right, right now I'm gonna get it off camera just because I need to get comfortable right here because I need to pull this, and then I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Just hang on real quick. I'll be right back. This right here is I can only have one try. Or else I gotta do it all over again. And that'll be so annoying. Like, oh man, I gotta do it again. Why? Why, dog? Yeah, shout outs to my friend Gary Seeds as well. Text them this morning. And he's been busy. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got some really cool content over there too. And I will be chopping it up with them next week because I got a lot of questions regarding, like the vintage cars, models, paint, you name it. All these things. I have questions for him. So, should be fun. Okay. Woo. Man. All right. Now, this is little excess I do not need. Very sorry, guys. You guys cannot see what I'm doing real quick, but hang on. You're like, hey, what the hell? I got cheated. There we go. Man, what the hell? With the scissors, they weren't even cutting. Okay, cool. So this trim. So I had to add more trim up here at the top because it just looked bizarre. It didn't look right. But I got it done on that side. Let's do this other side. Maybe I'll zoom out on the camera while I do the other side. Hopefully that helps. Thank you guys for kicking it though. Right here with me. Let me check something. Oh man. Hold on, what the hell is this on the screen? Yeah, my daughter keeps telling me that she wants to go to the movies. She wants to see a movie, that Zootopia Part 2. And I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to go. We're going to watch it when it comes out. I don't know when it comes out. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff she's got me doing right now. All right, cool. Let's do the next side. Cut this piece right here I need. The backing. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, whenever you do this, it's like that first initial when you have to lay it down is always tricky all the time. Oh, right on, man. So he said, Omniworks says, I think my daughter wants to watch it too. But mind you, she's 22 now. Right on, dude. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, my daughter, because we watch part one, you know, and she's always like now that they're promoting that new one, she keeps, and every day we drive by this theater that's in downtown over here. She's always like, oh, I want to go, I want to go. And I was like, what do you want to watch? And she's like, Zootopia. And I'm like, oh, dang, I guess we're going to go. But I don't know if it drops around, I'm thinking like when it's going to be Thanksgiving. I think that's when it drops, but I could be wrong. But yeah, she wants to go. So I'm like, dang, got to do it. Oh, man. Telling you, this is always the hard part right here. The initial. The first part where you lay down the thing, just because it moves around. Let's see. Boom. All right. I think I got it now. Yep, we got it. Dang. All right, all right. It's just, there's a part when you're laying down the chrome, like over, and you want it to line up right. Because if it doesn't line up right, then it's not gonna work. And that's always the hard part. And I have to put it really close to my eyes so I can see what I'm doing. And it sucks because you guys don't get to see that. And if I put the camera closer to you guys, then I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're getting to the end right here. It's all good. You guys are just chilling too, you know. I know you guys know about this stuff. All right, dope. So let me just cut out this little piece, tiny little piece. I wonder if I could use this. Is this long enough? Oh yeah, it is. Perfect. I could use this on the pillar now. Ah. All right, let's peep game right here. Let's see. So far, we're getting there. All right, so I just put this piece, and I need to put one on the other side. And I think that's it. I think that is it. And maybe, what time is it? All right. Dang, it's gonna be 11. I was gonna say I else would polish it right now, but that's gonna take time too. That's like another hour. Right there. That's when that thing rolled out, man. Oh. Messed up. I cut away from it, not on it, but I'll recover what we need. There we go. Okay, so I don't need this. Yeah, I messed this part up. It's okay. All we need is for this pillar. Okay. I think this should be fine like that. That's too pointy. Okay. Let's see here. So where your guys are at, is the model season also over for this year? Or is there any more shows coming up for the month of June, November and December? I know over here, I mean, it's a done deal already. I haven't heard of anything going down over here on my side. Ah, come on, man. I'm at the stretch. All right, cool. So all I got to do now is just lay down the knife and remove the excess, and that's it. And I think the next time that I come back on here, we'll be polishing this car. And start to install the glass and all that stuff too. That would be another thing. And once we get the glass going, I need to there we go. It's all off. So that. All right, cool. So now I feel better that the inside, this is pretty much let me see, here we go, right here, that this has the trim up here all the way, and this one has it all the way in. All right, what else? Trying to see if there's anything else that sticks out to me that I'm like, oh no. I wonder if the back, maybe up here. Yeah, I might need to put a tiny little piece of chrome. Let me see if I could use these little strips that I was left with. Yeah, this would probably work. I wouldn't have to waste any. There we go. There, done. Yeah, should be good now. That's it. Whew. All right. So let's see what's tomorrow. Friday. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll be back to wrap this one up, polishing and all that. Let me see. Let me set this one back. Damn, my bad, guys, if I was all quiet right there. I was just trying to wrap up that last part right there. The stretch, pretty much. I got to get ready to take off right now, just because it's already going to be... What time is it? All right, it's going to be 11, but I still got some stuff I got to do before I head out. And I kind of want to do that before I get super tired, and then I don't feel like doing it. You know, I'm like, oh man, I don't feel like doing any of that. I'm really happy though where we're at right now with the model and everything. Super stoked with it. Now that we're making some progression right there, getting to these final steps. I know most of you guys would probably build this like pretty fast and be like, come on, bro. Like, you're taking forever, you know? Yeah, I'm taking my time, but then I'm also enjoying the build, you know? I'm just like, let's do it. Let's do it up. It's been pretty cool. But I really appreciate all you guys, like, just chilling, you know, because with live, you know, it's, I don't know, it just feels like you guys are kicking it with me, you know, as I'm working on it, doing this. So that's also pretty dope right there, you know. And I know for some of you guys, it's super late. It's really late. Right here, we got the gas cap. I've been thinking about adding chrome to that, but I think I'm going to wait. I think what I'm going to do is polish it, get it all done. And then I don't have one of those display circular round cutters, so I think when the time comes and I get one, I'm just gonna go ahead and measure the size of the radius of the gas cap, and then I'm just gonna cut it and then peel it off and then stick it on right there. So this way, you know, we get it as close as possible, because I don't want to put a piece and then get my hobby knife and cut it around. I just don't feel like it's gonna be round, like it's not gonna look good, you know. So we'll see what's up. And but yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna head out, but I'll be back, you know, hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Saturday or whatever. But I mean, there's gonna be videos. I'm gonna keep cranking out videos and stuff like that. You know, little bits from the show that I snipped out of the live sessions, you know, that I think some people didn't get to see, because sometimes it's hard to sit through a whole live, you know. So I'm just kind of highlighting some stuff. But yeah, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys soon, all right? Peace out. Later on. All right, peace.